There is not a topic that is more important to debate this election than the environment.
The pandemic has highlighted what many of us already knew, that when there are crises, the burden is disproportionately felt by already marginalized groups.
And for a coastal community like ours, it's a flashing red alert. We are in a climate emergency.
Kelly's right. We should all be talking about the climate crisis. This should be the thing that all of the debates are about, that we are all discussing.
But it's also important for us to bring down greenhouse gas emissions. And as well, it's an important responsibility we have to keep our fresh waters safe.
And we also know that the air around these highways is poisonous. What is not well published is that extends 300 to 500 meters away from those major highways. That means that nobody in York Southwestern is unaffected. This spreads everywhere.
The amount of children that develop asthma simply because they've grown up in a neighborhood that has such a high level of pollution. We know this also happens because of environmental racism.
Lenore Zan's bill on environmental racism as well. I think it's high time we have that as a really robust discussion about what that means.
My first independent members bill would be to instill mandatory scientific literacy training for all members of parliament.
This is not just a national issue, this is a global issue, and the atmosphere doesn't much care about borders. So we have to be doing all that we can.
Of course, what's center about this is starting to resolve some of the land claims issues. That's center for justice for people.
And I think that I have a really important responsibility in establishing a relationship that is meaningful, two-way dialogue with Indigenous leadership.
We need to make sure that climate change is at the center of our rebuild.
We have an opportunity to protect and improve our province's biodiversity, as well as use the environment's natural assets to adapt to our changing landscapes. How will you take a nature-based approach to tackling the complex issues of climate change?
I said to my team, this is one debate I really want to be involved in, both to participate in and to hear from the participants on their concerns.
This conversation, albeit virtual, with young people working hard to facilitate an intelligent and important and substantive conversation. This is Canada. This is how we need to be.